Freshman Ryan Switzer and his 4 sisters enjoyed a childhood filled with sports in their hometown of Charleston, West Virginia.
We were all involved with sports at a young age, whether it was Saturday morning soccer games, baseball games, whatever it was. We were always busy, and my parents did a great job of bringing us up and raising us. My childhood, man, was something I'll never forget, because my childhood was so fun, man. It was so laid back and relaxed, and just being around sports with my sisters was awesome.
Switzer knew from an early age that he could play football at a higher level than his peers.
As soon as I stepped on a football field, I knew I had a special gift. I started playing in 5th grade for my midget league team, and I just knew at that time I was better than a lot of kids on the field, and I could do a lot of things that other kids couldn't. And I think when I got into middle school and I started developing as a young man and being able to start to perfect my craft and work out a little bit, I think that's when I knew that I could potentially take my talents to the next level.
Switzer's decision to enroll at Carolina was based on much more than an opportunity to play football.
When you're picking a college, a lot of guys pick it for the wrong reasons, whether it be nice uniforms, nice gear, even good coaches. Some guys pick a school because they like the coach that's going to coach them, and then sometimes that coach leaves. So I picked Carolina because I felt comfortable with the whole aspect of it. The school, the area. Chapel Hill is a great place, and then just to have the football and the coaches be awesome as well was just a bonus. So I knew I was going to be okay if my coaches left, I was still going to enjoy the school and still enjoy the football part of it. That's when I knew Carolina was the right place.
John Lloyd will kick it away. Ryan Switzer is deep. Switzer with a man in his face, fields it at the 15, breaks through a double team at the 20. Switzer's free at the 35. He's at midfield. Switzer with the Jets, and he's done it again. Ryan Switzer for 6.
And Jones, what do I know? In the first half, I said he should have had the fair catch. That was a pooch punt. That's exactly the punt that Cincinnati wanted. There was 2 guys right next to him. They just simply slowed down and assumed he was going to fair catch it. That kid is something else.
After returning 5 punts for touchdowns in his freshman year, Switzer has already placed his name into the NCAA record books. The decision to run back a punt must be made in the blink of an eye.
A split second, man. Once the ball leaves the punter's foot, you usually can tell whether you're going to have a chance to return it or not. It depends on the guys up front blocking for you, if they get a good hold on the gunners coming down. But it's really quick, and you usually know like that in the blink of an eye whether you can make something out of it or whether you have to be safe and just give the ball back to your offense.
Play action, Williams. Over the middle, Switzer, wide open, touchdown. Switzer had gotten behind the defender for Old Dominion. That was Andre Simmons, who was left in his dust.
As part of the receiving corps, Switzer is often a mismatch for the larger and sometimes slower players that try to cover him.
I think I created a pretty big mismatch. Being in the middle of the field, there's a lot of space, and I got a lot of bigger, heavier guys that are trying to guard me. And that changes sometimes due to a scouting report. I've seen some nickel corners and stuff, but for the most part, I'm going against some outside linebackers and safeties who aren't as fast and quick as me. So I think certain areas of the field that I can be a pretty decent mismatch in terms of outrunning the guy guarding me or being able to make a miss in space.
Even though the team is not preparing for an opponent in the spring, Switzer knows the importance of using the time to improve his game.
Spring has been it's been interesting. It's difficult because you're not preparing for a game. You're not getting ready for a game on Saturday. So the whole spring you have to work to perfect your craft. And spring ball, I've been saying this for a while now. Spring is where you really find out if you love football or not. Because you don't, other than this, 2 or 3 scrimmages, you're not going. You're not competing as much. It's about you perfecting your craft. So this spring I've tried to approach it just to get better and work on the things that I need to work on, whether it be route running, blocking, or or whatever the case is, just to improve myself every day so that come fall, I'm years ahead of where I was last year coming into training camp.